Hello, my friend. If you're watching this clip, that means you most likely bought my weather streaming overlay package. And you are looking on how to configure the package for your live stream setup. Well, in this clip, I will show you the contents of this package and how to configure. Just a disclaimer, this package is meant for local weather streaming, so you won't be able to stream multiple locations at the same time. When it comes to the alerts, they work only for United States because it's using the NWS Weather Alerts service. The difference between these overlays and my previous ones is that you don't need a Open Weather API key because it's using another API that does not require any credentials. Now, without further ado, let's jump into showing you what this package contains. So, I set up my OBS studio with these scenes. And let's start with the first one, which is the standby. As you can see, this is a widget that has a transparent background, and you can put whatever image or clip you want behind this source. The file behind this source is the standby.html. It shows the current time and the current weather into the selected area. Moving on to the current weather, here we have three widgets. Let's start with the hourly. You can use this widget to show the next hour's weather into the selected location. And as you can see, these cards are reacting to the current weather. So the color changes automatically based on the current weather. Moving on to the current compact, this is just a small widget you can drag onto your scene and just put it wherever you want. Moving on to the current weather source, this is a bigger card where it shows the current weather and the weather for the next days. And talking about the weather for the next days, we are moving into our forecast cards. This is also a complete overlay that shows you the weather for the next 7 days, a neat branding on the top right, and the current time on the top left. And since we were talking about the alerts, I'm repeating myself, these only work for the United States, and it shows a list of the current active alerts in the area. As you can see, we now have an alert for Miami. Again, here we have two widgets. We have the alert source, which is this sidebar alert list, and we have the alert banner that pops up every time there is an alert issued in the NWS. And if your streaming relies on reporter telling the data, I prepared for you two more widgets, which is the lower third to introduce the reporter name and a ticker source that also shows the alerts that were issued, and you have all the weather data for the current selected location. These are the contents of the weather overlay package. Now let's move on to configuring this package to work with your source. When you download the package, you'll notice it contains these 5 folders: assets, config, CSS, JS, and the scenes. These are the scenes you will be loading into your sources as a new browser source. And for configuring, you'll have to go to config, find the config.json, and open it into your favorite text editor. I will be using the visual code for this. And there's also a README where you have examples of all the parameters in the config, what you can put there to make the overlay work correctly. Okay, now let's configure. If you are in the United States, in order to have the NWS working, it is very important to have the correct latitude and longitude for the location. For the clock to work correctly, make sure you select the correct time zone, and language and country code is used for the API localhost. Of course, you can change the units, the forecast, you can change to show approximately 20 days, but I wouldn't recommend that because it will just overflow your overlay. The refresh, this is the time in milliseconds for each weather refresh. So when your overlay, it's automatically refreshing the data. You can play with the theme, change the colors, and of course, since you bought this, you are allowed to put your own branding here. The license only disallow you to resell this overlay. You can disable the ticker, you can change the speed, change the separator, and of course, show the alerts or not. For the alerts, you can find all these informations in NWS if you want to make any changes on that overlay. However, this is perfect for any kind of streaming, any kind of weather live streaming. So it's not really worth updating it. And of course, here is the limit, the max number of alerts that will be shown into the alerts list widget. You can enable the animations, and of course you can also have an audio alert when a new alert is issued. This will only play in the scenes where you have the alert banner active. So this is pretty simple. With all this configuration, you have a complete weather live streaming setup ready to go. Hope you liked this package. Thank you very much for buying it, for supporting my streaming resources website, and thank you for watching this clip. Please subscribe to my channel to keep in touch whenever I release new streaming resources, and thank you for watching. See you on the next one. Bye bye.